Welcome. Welcome to the Jenna Em Channel. Today we have an awesome Turtonator GX deck for you. It has 190 HP. It is fire type. Let's take a look at Shell Trap for only 2 energies, and it does 20 damage. But listen to this. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, even if this Pokemon is knocked out, put 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. That is 80 damage between turns, so look out. For 3 energies, it does Bright Flame for 160 damage. Discard 2 Fire-type energy from this Pokemon. And here's its big GX attack called Nitro Tank GX. Attach 5 Fire-type energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. It's weak to Water-type. It's resistant. It has no resistance. It has a retreat cost of 3 energies. All right. And here's another Turtonator GX, the same in every single way. Because it is normal type, I couldn't help putting Drampa GX in this deck, or we can call him Drampa Max after my Grandpa Max. He has 180 HP, and he or she is normal type. For 1 energy, it does a Righteous Edge for 20 damage. Discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. For 3 energies, it goes Berserk for 80 plus damage. If your benched Pokemon have any damage counters on them, this attack does 70 more damage. Here's its Big Wheel GX attack. For 1 energy, shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 10 cards. That's awesome, but let's hope that someone does not use the end card, so you lose all 10 gorgeous cards. It is weak to Fighting type. It has no resistance. Its retreat cost is 2. And here's a fun little bird that I put in this deck. It is an Oricorio with HP 90 and fire type. For 1 energy, it does Passionate Dance. Search your deck for up to 3 basic fire type Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. For 2 energies, it does Kindle for 30 damage. Discard an energy from this Pokemon. If you do, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Its retreat cost is super slim with 1 energy. There's also, I have to show you this from the beginning actually, which would be Phantump. I was looking for a card that could use some fire type energies, but is not fire type resistant. It doesn't have the same weakness that all other fire types have. So I choose Phantump for 50 HP and its psychic type. I didn't want to start looking for evolution cards, so I thought using Ascension is perfect. Search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon. This counts as evolving this Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterward. It's weak to Dark type. It's resistant to Fighting type. Its retreat cost is 2. And as I mentioned, we've got Trevenant in here. It is Grass type, so again, we don't have the problem of it having the same weaknesses as the other fire types. It is HP 120. It is Grass type for 2 energies. Now keep in mind, this is why I'm using it, because it can use fire type energies. It does Poltergeist for 30 times damage. Your opponent reveals their hand. This attack does 30 damage for each trainer card you find there. So I put it in not only so I don't have the weakness of fire type, also so I can have an evolution Pokemon in here, which is important. You can't just have all basic Pokemon. You also should have some stage 1 Pokemon too in a strong deck. And here's Lugia EX for those of you who love full arts or who love EXs or who just love Lugia. It is also a normal type, taking fire type energy if you wish. HP 170, normal type as I stated. For 2 energies, it does Arrow Ball for 20 times damage. This attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to both active Pokemon. For 4 energies, it does Deep, Deep, Deep Hurricane for 80 plus damage. If there is any Stadium card in play, this attack does 70 more damage, then discard that Stadium card. It's weak to Electric type, it's resistant to Fighting type, its retreat cost is 2. Let's have a look now at trainer cards. We've got Escape Rope. Another copy, we've got Fiery Torch, which we use, of course, for fire type energies. Multi-Switch. This is one of the new Guardians Rising cards. Move an energy from one of your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. There's another copy of Fiery Torch. Field Blower, also a new card from Guardians Rising. Choose up to, in any combination of Pokemon tool cards and stadium cards in play and discard them. Professor's Letter. Now I've put in an ace spec card. I don't often put them in, but I think it is silly not to include them because you're allowed one per deck. It's considered an item card. Here I put in an awesome looking Scramble Switch. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, let's say maybe even a damaged one. Then you may move as many energy attached to the old active Pokemon to the new active Pokemon as you like. So bingo. Here's Scorched Earth, the stadium card. Altar of the Sun, one of the new Guardians Rising cards. Fire type Pokemon and Steel type Pokemon, both yours and your opponents, have no weakness. It's Blacksmith. Professor Birch's Observations. Lysander, another Professor Birch, another Blacksmith, another Lysander. Sorry, some of them are hollows or actually some of them are reverse hollows. So we see multiple copies here. Here's the Pokemon Center Lady. Here's a Skyla. Here's Choice Band, which will do 30 more damage to Pokemon GX or active Pokemon EXs. And that's what we have in terms of item cards. Now lastly, here's our energies. We have some double colorless energies. As you see, we have actually 4 copies of these. And then we just get into fire type energies, and all of my cards can take fire type energies. Even my grass type, even my psychic type, they all take these energies. So I don't have to go searching for energies. So hopefully this deck will work well for us. This awesome Turtonator GX deck. And I think it's time for you know what. So let's find an opponent now, shall we? All right. Game on. And we're matched up so quickly. It is a water and normal type deck. And it's Skeletonator. Good luck, Skeletonator. Have fun. We win the coin flip. We choose to go first. And water type is fire's weakness, so we have to be careful here. So I'm going to put out Phantump as my starting Pokemon, and I'm going to put out the Turtster, the Turtonator GX, as my bench Pokemon. I just don't want to be knocked out right away. Let's see who we're head-to-head with. Skeletonator has put out a card on his bench, and one is his starting Pokemon, and it's Palkia GX. Palkia EX with Aqua Turbo and Pearl Hurricane. And over there, it's Articuno with the Ancient Trait Plus, which takes an extra prize card. It also does Chilling Sigh and Tri-Edge. So right now, I think I can go and put on my Choice Band, put on my Fire type energy, and my gosh, there's so much I could do here. Here's Skyla. I'm not going to say no. I would definitely like another Choice Band for my Turtonator GX. There we go. Let's go put it there. And in a second, we're going to use Ascension to evolve to Trevenant. Now, a Muscle Band has been attached to Palkia EX. Let's go and attach, I would say go attach a Fire type energy to Phantump because we're going to get ready for what's next. Okay, here's Ascension. Let's go find Trevenant. There's a Trevenant over here. And it's an evolution from Psychic type to Grass type. I always like that evolution. It's pretty cool. It does Poltergeist. Your opponent reveals their hand. This attack does 30 damage for each trainer card you find there. Here's the Muscle Band. On to Articuno and its Judge. Each player shuffles his or her hand into his deck and draws 4 cards. I am fine with that for sure. I had 3 cards. I got an extra one. I'm happy. And I have an Oricorio, and I have a Blacksmith, Scorched Earth, and a Fire-type Energy. And Skeletonator is fast, so I'm sure he's a player who plays often. He's put out Rough Seas, so he can heal 30. But I'm going to foil his plan. I'm going to put out Scorched Earth. I'm going to go and attach a Fire-type Energy to Turtonator GX. Do I need Oricorio right now? I say no, so I'm going to use Professor Birch's Observation and hope for a heads for 7 cards. I get a heads. I get 7 new cards. And here is a sweet as pie card, Field Blower, so why don't we use it and just blow off his tool cards. I love this Guardians Rising card. Goodbye. Goodbye, tool cards. I'm not gonna I'm gonna put out my second Turtonator GX, and let's use Poltergeist. Your opponent reveals their hand. This attack does 30 damage for each trainer card you find there. Good luck to us. 30 damage. There's an item card and 2 energies, so that will do. Actually, it's weak. I forgot about weakness. It did 120 damage because not only was it Poltergeist, it was the Choice Band that does 30 extra damage to EXs and GXs. He's attached a second energy, and he's attached a Muscle Band over there to Articuno. And he's going and powering up Articuno. Let's go and attach a double colorless energy over here to Turtonator GX. I'm going to go and heal Trevenant right now, and let's do Poltergeist. I doubt he has any item cards left. Let's give it a try. Poltergeist, anyone? And it's just 1 energy, and the Choice Band doesn't even come into effect because no damage has been rendered. Here's Town Map. He's using it. You can trust me, he'll be using his cards right now. Look what he has in there. There's even Glalie EX full art. Okay, so it's Articuno with... Ooh. 2 heads. So, oh, that KO's Trevenant. Okay. Now it's Turtonator GX head-to-head with Articuno. Let's go put it out right now. It is weak to Steel type. I think it's a great idea to do Shell Trap right now for 20 damage. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, even if this Pokemon is knocked out, put 8. And I said 8, so that's 80 damage counters. Like 80 damage on the attacking Pokemon are 8 damage counters. So let's go and do that. Do you dare attack? There's Glalie EX full art. Some might say Glalie. He's using Max Elixir to go power up his Pokemon. It must be the Glalie. Glalie would be really cool on the ukulele. Kind of rhymes, right? Aqua Patch, he's going to dig out a water type energy from his discard pile for his Glalie. Tails, Tails. Weakness 80, but now, oh, you were almost knocked out, aren't you? Well, I'm going to attach a double colorless energy here to our other Turtonator GX, our full art one. In the meantime, we have an Oricorio, a Trevenant, Escape Rope, and 2 Fiery Torches. Let's go do it again. Shell Trap is going to go and knock out that Articuno. Goodbye, Articuno. And we take a prize card. It's another Turtonator GX. Oh, I'm up against their weakness. It is not pretty, for sure. Instant freeze. Weakness 100. Oh, oh, oh! You got hit by the Shell Trap. Holy cow! Why do I just not have an other, like a fire type energy? And where are all my fire type energies? All right, let's do Shell Trap again for 20. Will he bite? If he does, and he attacks us again, he will be knocked out. That Glalie EX, or Glalie EX. He's attaching a Muscle Band. What will you do? Here comes Instant Freeze. KO yourself. Boom. Goodbye, Glalie EX. We take 2 prize cards. One is a double colorless energy, and one is a fire type energy. Alright, Turtonator GX, don't let us down. This Shell Trap that I'm going to set is pretty powerful. Right now, I can either discard a fire type energy and draw 2 cards, but I don't want to lose it. Let's see, Fiery Torch, it's the same thing. I'm not going to do it. Alright, so why don't we just go set our Shell Trap for 20, and if he attacks us, he will be KO'd. Will he do it? Aqua Tube is only going to do 80, and he's switching us out. which is definitely not kind. Weakness 120, but get ready for this. I've got something, a little thing called an escape rope, or I can just go and use my Ace Spec card, switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, and you may move as many energies as you want to the active Pokemon as the new one. I think it's just easier to do escape rope. Or, you know, that's a really cool card, but this is faster. All right. There we go. Let's attach our energy. We can do Bright Flame for 160, and then we discard 2 energies. Oh, and he conceded. We win a prize box and 5 coins. And we win a tournament ticket. And thanks to Skeletonator for battling us. Mystery box 1 bonus will reward ×5. And did we make it? Did we make it? 800. We're so close to getting that tournament chest. Since we can't open the chest, why don't we just go shopping right now? We have 294 coins, so why don't we just go shop for a Guardians Rising pack? Would you like to do it? Let's just redeem our 200 coins. Confirm. Let's go to the collection, and good luck to us. All right, I've got a bunch of packs here. Let's just open the Sun and Moon Guardians Rising pack. It's a Ninetales GX pack. Grass type energy, Chansey, Petalil, Alolan Vulpix, Gothita, Helioptile, Marini, Whimsicott with the Wages of Fluff, very cool attack, Vanillish, Reverse Holo Trubbish that people would really like for sure because of the Garbodor, and the final card is... Oh! It's Drampa GX! That is so awesome. I'm so delighted about that. That is amazing. So what did you think of this Turtonator GX deck? I had a blast playing it. I love traps like this, the shell trap, where it does damage, and also if your opponent attacks you, that it puts 8 whopping damage counters on it. It was so much fun, and I would say our opponent did fall into the shell trap, but I had a great time playing him, and he was definitely a good sport. I wanted to thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, would you just take a moment to give us a thumbs up? It means the world to us when you give us a thumbs up, when you leave a kind or supportive comment below, or when you press the subscribe button at the bottom right. It really helps our channel grow, and we're endlessly thankful to each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Bye.